Okay guys, I just want to document real quick. I'm in the middle of buying a 1981 DeLorean with 10,000 original miles on it. Okay, and I've never seen this car. I'm buying it sight unseen. It's at DeLorean Motor Company, and I'm like right in the middle of this right now. So yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, you just don't run across DeLoreans with that low mileage this often, especially for what I'm looking for with the 5-speed manual. So I'm gonna call the guy back right now because he had called me. So let me go ahead and do that.
Thank you for calling DeLorean Motor Company.
Hello, Matt?
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, sorry I missed your call. I was with a customer that popped in to look at the cars. Yeah, did you get the emails by chance?
I literally just got it as you're calling, so I'm downloading the photos now. So yeah, so far looks good. Yeah, I had forgotten to ask you if the interior was actually gray.
Yeah, it's great. The seat covers on the passenger side, they're the original, so they're not like perfect. So we sell reproductions.
Okay.
So we, new ones, so we can put new ones, or you can just leave the originals.
How's the condition of the originals?
Well, they're dry. Probably the leather's a little dry on them. So
right.
I like the new reproductions because they're like more sturdy. But it's just up to you and what you want to do. So I started to pull it off the lift, but I started right back up for the video so you could see what it sounds like starting, because it starts. It doesn't hesitate. It's everything you want in a car without it being molested and flopping around and fluttering or anything like that. That's a good nice start. So literally, I just cranked it, fire it up, pull it outside, and took the pictures for you. It idles exactly like it's supposed to. The dwell settings at 45, because it's all original. Everything is working like it's supposed to. And if it has any kind of issue, we'll take care of it before it leaves if you're buying the car. So we'll make sure that if we see anything and it needs to be warranted, or the control pressure regulator needs to be cleaned or replaced, we'll replace it. Make sure it's a running and driving car like it's supposed to be. Everything's normal. There's no knocking. There's no nothing like crazy, because then we wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah, let me look at the photos, and then I'm gonna need to transfer money over from my brokerage account to my actual bank account so I could get a cashier's check over.
Just make it out to DeLorean Motor Company, Florida, and on the envelope you can put attention Robert.
Okay.
And I'll wait for it. Just send me the tracking information, and I'll let you know as soon as I receive it and deposit it in the account. It takes a couple of days sometimes for the banks to clear it.
Right.
But that's basically all I'll need. Even before that, I'm going to need a copy of your front and back of the driver's license for the bill of sale, a confirmed address of what you want placed on the title, meaning is it an LLC or is it your address? I just need a name and address or information for the bill of sale.
Okay. Yeah, it's just going to go in my name.
And the check itself, just make it out to DeLorean Motor Company.
Do you have like a rough estimate of what the shipping cost would be to California?
Normally, the last one I shipped for a customer, I think it was around 1,000 open carry and about 1,500-ish enclosed.
Right.
But a lot of the times, sometimes the drivers, they are taking a load out there and they'll have a spot available, so then they'll kind of haggle. It's just kind of the trucking industry.
Yeah.
But normally that's kind of the rate.
So in total, we're looking at $39,995 plus $250.
Yeah, that's correct. And it is, $39,995 plus the $250, which is $40,245 even.
So that just includes the car as it is?
We're gonna finish going over the car, finish doing the fluids, tuning the car to make sure it's running like it's supposed to,
okay.
And adding the decals and making it look, because you called me and it was in the shop, and it's so original that's how it looked. It's not like taking a picture of another car that looks perfect and falsifying anything like that. So that's exactly what you're getting. That's the car.
Okay.
So everything's working on the car right now because we did the electrical system. We cleaned out the fuse box and different areas of the car to make it look and be like it was when it rolled out of the factory. So everything is promised to work like it is right now. We don't cover shipping or anything. Unfortunately, it's all in California, so we're going to double, triple make sure that everything is working like it's supposed to. I'll probably drive it around town on the highway, different areas like that before it goes to you, so I sign off on it. There's nothing wrong with it before the car leaves, and we can Skype together and do different things like that once we reach that point.
I'll look at the photos and then I'll call you back if I have any questions.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll give you a ring as soon as I'm wrapped up with them. Write down any questions you have, and I'll make sure to go over everything with you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cool. Okay, guys. As you know, I'm buying this DeLorean sight unseen, and I'm actually driving right now. I'm kind of far away from my my pad, so luckily I've got my computer with me, but I've got to move on this fast because it's about close to 3 o'clock here in California, and they're about to be closing where they are. So yeah, I need to hurry up and move on this, and I'm looking at the photos the guy sent me, right, the Delorean Motor Company, on my phone. So I'm trying to head to somewhere where I can get some Wi-Fi and open up my laptop and really enlarge the pictures and look at it before I transfer over money to my account to send it to Delorean Motor Company, because I mean, obviously this is a pretty big chunk of change. We're talking about 50 grand here, right, for a DeLorean. But when you're buying a classic car like this and the miles are this low and they haven't listed it yet, I mean, something like this is gonna go really fast, especially for the amount they're asking. I mean, they're not asking like an arm and a leg. They're not like ripping you off or anything like that. I know the market value of these vehicles, especially with low miles. When these deals pop up, it's not like when you're buying a car at your normal dealership or at CarMax or some shit where you can tell them, oh, okay, let me think about it. I'll get back to you in a few weeks. No, you have to move on these things. First time I'm buying a car sight unseen too, by the way. So, haven't test driven it. I haven't seen it in real life. I'm just looking at these photos here on my phone, on my Sony Xperia. Right? For you guys who are curious why I don't have a Samsung or an iPhone, it just goes in line with my mindset. I don't like following the masses. I don't like having things that the masses have. I just don't like being part of the collective, which probably explains why I'm getting a DeLorean, right? Which will match my phone. Funny enough, I think this is the first silver phone that I've gotten in a long time, and it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's almost, you know, just kind of fitting into the fact that I'm buying a stainless steel DeLorean. But yeah, so I'm gonna pull into this Jack in the Box of all places, because I know Jack in the Box has free Wi-Fi, and I'm gonna whip out my laptop and log in and download the photos and take a look at them, and really make my decision right here in the parking lot of Jack in the Box on Laurel Canyon to purchase a DeLorean, to purchase a collector car out of state. This thing's not even, I've never bought a car out of state. This is the first time I'm buying a non-California car. So here in California, we got to deal with smog issues and all that other stuff, but you know, we'll work it out. I mean, the car only has 10,000 miles on it, so it shouldn't be that hard to smog. Yeah, I'm gonna be in the parking lot of Jack in the Box here, Jack in the Crack, buying a DeLorean, or making my final decision to be like, yeah. And I mean, right now I'm like 99% yeah. I mean, everything looks good, unless I open up my laptop and I just see like some horrendous damage that they're not going to take care of. But I doubt it. I mean, it's like a brand new car, you know? It's basically, that's what it is. It's a brand new car. So yeah, this is really exciting. I think it might even have like 9,000 miles, like barely touching on 10. So yeah, I'm gonna have to park over here actually, because this lot's full. Everyone's here having lunch. So it's a clear title and no accidents, and
correct. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said again, we just don't deal with stuff like that. We'll rebuild cars for people if they want us to do that. But we don't sell cars that have that sort of issue with the data.
Did the owner pass away by any chance?
I think so. I mean, Tony might know those details.
Yeah.
I just know it's a one-owner car. It came from the original owner, or
Right.
original estate. I don't know. It's 10,145.
Oh, okay, 145.
Actual mileage.
Okay, and it's got the original engine and transmission and all that in it.
Correct. All numbers matching to the window sticker that comes with the car.
Beautiful.
From 1981.
Beautiful. Yeah. Okay, yeah, if you could just snap a shot of the VIN, that would be great. And then I'm just going to review the photos, and I'm actually, yeah, I already sent a transfer over from my brokerage account, because most of my money is in my my brokerage, so over to my my Chase. That way I could issue a bank check and just kind of overnight FedEx it to you.
As soon as I get it here, I'll sign for it and I'll send it, shoot you a message or give you a ring that I got it.
Okay.
And then I'm on the way to the bank to deposit it, and then I'll let you know as soon as it clears.
Okay.
And then in the meantime, if that's what your plan is, go ahead and do that. And then send me, when you can tonight, a picture of the front and back of your license, name and confirmed address that you want placed in the bill of sale and the title.
Okay.
So like I said, we've been processing it through the shop, because we have 25 other cars here that are customer cars.
Right.
So we got it in and we started service on it. So the way that we do it when we process a car is basically we receive the car, we do an inspection, like a pre-purchase inspection. We run everything to make sure everything is solid and it is what it is. It's not a fake mileage. It's not some kind of issue that we're going to have. So then we write the check for the car, we buy the car, and we have to cover shipping too. So we pay for the car and shipping and whatever else it needs. We pay, the mechanics, we pay retail. That's the way Delorean works. So we pay the mechanics, the retail cost of what everything costs to do, oil change, the transmission, service, everything like that. So you can be rest assured that the car is what it is. There's no, you shouldn't be worried that it's something else.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a car it's an original 10,000, 145 mile car that runs and drives. The brakes have been rebuilt.
Right.
Prior to us getting the car, so the car runs and drives up and down the street nicely. It doesn't pull or anything. So
okay.
That's basically it. So you're buying. I'll send you the picture of the VIN, and if you want to do the check, you can do the check.
Shoot me over the VIN, and then I'm just gonna finish going through these photos, and I've already transferred the money over, so hopefully it should be there. I don't know if because I did it an hour ago, so hopefully it'll be there by tomorrow. If for any reason it's not, I'll let you know. I'll contact you, but I will get a cashier's check out to you ASAP, and then I guess when you receive it, you just contact me or.
Yes, no problem, Matt, whatsoever. I'll keep you posted every step of the way. As soon as I receive it, deposit it. When it clears, when Tony's back, the owner, to complete the bill of sale, and when he overnights the title with the tracking information, we'll have everything, ready for you, and make sure you're posted every step of the way, because it's probably a little bit nerve-wracking transferring money for a car you haven't seen and all that. But, it's going to be okay. We're here. We're the same company as, California and Texas, so. You're not buying it from like some classic car place or an auction website. This is all we do. So
if I want to do the stage 1 exhaust and then the Euro-Spec,
we can do the suspension, do the stage 1 exhaust that you like and want it to sound like. We can do the hose kit if you want to do the preventative maintenance on that. And then basically everything else that is laid out. So and then once, like I said, everything's done with you buying the car, I'll send you everything. And a PDF attachment, so you can review. I try to build the proposals with parts and labor, so the part and then what it takes to install the part, basically. And it goes by paragraph by paragraph, so you can read over and see where your money's being distributed and spent on. And then if you have any questions, we can go over everything line by line.
Okay, so obviously after I purchase it, it would just need to stay there while the work is done.
And it's going to be stored inside. It's that kind of car. There's cars outside, but they're like, barn finds and things, and they're going to get total restorations. But yours will be stored inside, out of the weather, out of the sun.
About approximately how long would that take to complete the work, just so I could kind of get a rough estimate of garage space that I need to make for this?
It depends. It depends on what you approve. Okay. If we have most everything in stock, sometimes it could take like a week or two. But you're so far away that I'm almost tempted to say, let me keep the car a tiny bit longer so I can drive it and make sure I'm happy with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I don't want to send you I'd rather you be upset that it takes longer than when you get the car and have some sort of problem. So that's what I always tell people with restorations and service too. That, we do the service, but it's really a matter of testing and retesting. The cars really need to drive. So as I drive the car and then put it through its testing on local streets and then go up to the interstate and try it on there, then when I'm signed off on it, then that basically will be done. But if we do like the hose kit, radiator, that stuff we have in stock,
right.
And we have the suspension in stock and things like that, and relays. That's kind of a maintenance that a lot of people do on the car. Most people do that.
Yeah.
Sort of maintenance.
I mean, I'm not like in a huge rush to, I need to get it tomorrow and I can't wait to drive it type of thing. I mean, I'd rather have you do the work correctly, and so, I don't have to ship it anywhere else. But anyway, okay, so I will take care of this, and then I'll take photos of my driver's license and I will send that to you. Do you need anything else beyond that?
No, just to confirm the address you want on the bill of sale and the title and the name and all your, the address and everything like that.
Yeah.
And just email it to me. I'll forward it to Tony, and he'll start the bill of sale paperwork. And when he's finished, he'll probably email it to me, and I'll forward it to you. And then you just sign everywhere he tells you to sign. Then you can scan it back to me. That'll be completed. And upon his return from Houston, he will overnight view the title as soon as he gets back.
Okay. So I'm going to do a cashier's check for $40,245 total.
Correct.
Yeah, and then any work, I guess I could just put on my credit card like any...
Yeah, we can do that later on. We'll worry about that later, and we can take a credit card, PayPal, whatever.
Okay, matter. Perfect. Okay, well, thank you very much, and yeah, I'll be in touch.
Okay, Matt, sounds great. Call me or email me if you need anything else, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks a bunch, Robert.
Yes, sir. You're welcome, Matt. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's how you buy a car online, guys. Yeah, is this still recording? Yeah. The reason why I didn't buy a DeLorean off Craigslist or, eBay or anything like that, as you just heard, you just don't know what you're buying out there when it comes to classic cars. So if you see a deal on a classic car, for example, on eBay, yeah, man, you gotta get that thing checked out just to make sure it is what it is. And when it comes to like muscle cars, I'm good with that. I know where to check to make sure the numbers match on the engine block, the transmission, and then different areas of the vehicle to make sure that it's original. However, with the DeLorean, it's just kind of a different animal, and I just want to make sure I'm going right to the experts, because you can easily make a $10,000 mistake, a $20,000 mistake, with these cars, because they're up near 50 grand plus, right? 40, 50 grand for a decent one. So I just rather go right to DeLorean Motor Company, because again, their reputation is at stake. They deal with these cars all the time. They know what they're doing. So rather than do any Mickey Mouse shit and try to save a few bucks, I'd rather just go straight to them, because I have better things to do than, push my DeLorean down Ventura Boulevard over here, right? I'd rather just have them take care of it, because I'm not, my business is pumping out content. My business is teaching guys pickup and self-development. My business is not, fixing DeLoreans, right? Or trying to make sure they're all original. That's what they're there for. So anyway, I wanted to record all this for you, because this is what it's like buying a car sight unseen. It's not glamorous, it's not like, I'm sitting in this cushy office. I'm just doing this. Look where I am, guys. I'm a jack-in-the-box over here on Laurel Canyon, and now I'm about to put my phone down so I could look at the photos that I downloaded of the car, and I will share those with you just to make sure it is what it is. And if it's everything he says it is, then obviously I'm going to transfer the money over. Actually, let me do that now. I'm going to have to log onto my phone. I'm going to have to log onto my brokerage account and send some money over to my Chase. Yeah, let me take care of this. Alright, I just downloaded the photos. I just created a separate folder for it right now. So yeah, that's basically the engine there. Let me go ahead and turn this on so you could get some aircon running. Okay, so that is the engine. Looks all original. And the alternator looks like it's brand new. And that alternator is about 40 years old. How crazy is that? There go the seats, as you can see. Still looks good. Got the 5-speed manual transmission with the gray interior. I'm gonna tell him I want the gray floor mat. So, okay, yeah, looks good. Still looks good. There we go. Yep. Okay, yeah, this part over here looks a little, a tad dirty. It's probably dust from sitting. And there she is. Woohoo! I love it. I love it. So yeah, if you notice, this is how the DeLoreans were shipped here, because the U.S. had a height regulation or something like that. but I'm gonna go ahead and do what's called a Euro-Spec suspension, which is basically how DeLorean wanted the car to look, where it sits a bit lower. It looks so much better when it sits lower, so I'm gonna have him do that. So there you go. Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, I want to actually remove I'm gonna have him remove the this part here where it says DeLorean in silver. It kind of takes away from the back. I don't know why people do that, but I'm not a fan of that. I don't like that, so we're gonna have to remove that. And let's see. He actually sent me some video of it also, of him starting it, so let's go ahead and watch that real quick. But yeah, guys, this is this is what it's like buying a car without ever seeing it, buying a collector car, because I mean, for what they're asking, it's actually a really great deal, so that's why I'm jumping on it, because if it wasn't, I would just take my sweet ass time. Thing about it is, even though it's a great deal, the reason being too is like most people don't have those kind of funds to just like plop down, you know, 40-50K on a collector car. Most people don't have that ability, but you know, every now and then, you know, if there's a collector out there hunting for one, and then this comes across, all they have to do is like fire out a check, you know, and done. And I'm kind of in that same position, which is cool. So I'm picking up a great deal here. And this is a car too, let me tell you now, this is a car too that I don't plan on selling. Okay, never say never, right? But I don't plan on selling it. I want to keep this car for many, 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 many years, you know, until I can't drive anymore. But even then, I want to be able to just come in the garage with my cane and sit and look at it, you know, like Biff, and then time travel back and give myself a sports almanac, you know. But yeah, here is the him starting it here. This is what he sent me. This is exactly what they sent me, guys, DeLorean Motor Company. Okay, so that was video number 1, and let me do video number 2. Yeah, so that's basically it. So basically, I am purchasing a DeLorean online, having never seen it, based on 9 photos and 2 10-second videos, if that, maybe 5-second, right? 5 to 10-second videos. So I'm buying an entire DeLorean based on that. How crazy is that? Here at the Jack in the Box, making my decision here at the Jack in the Box on free Wi-Fi off Laurel Canyon in Studio City. So yeah, this will be fun, man. This will be fun, but you'll I just want to document all this, okay? Just want to document all this because I've been waiting for this car for I mean, I've been dreaming about this car since they first came out back in the early 80s. A lot of people, they don't find out about the DeLorean, or they didn't find out about the DeLorean until the movie Back to the Future, whereas, you know, I was old enough to where I had known what the car already was, right? As many of my classmates. So by the time Back to the Future came out, we're just like, oh shoot, there's a DeLorean. Haven't seen one of those in a few years, you know, and even back when they were still new in 1981, you really didn't see many on the road. I mean, I can't recall many DeLoreans that I saw, even back then when they were new. Nobody really had it, you know. My dad's coworker had one, and even he barely drove it. I barely, like, you know, he was good friends with my dad, and I probably saw his DeLorean maybe on 2 separate occasions, that's it. And he was friends with my dad for decades. I saw that guy's DeLorean twice because he barely drove it. And I'm really not going to drive it that much either, so it's not going to be like a daily driver. I mean, the miles are so low, I want to maintain it, so I'm probably going to just use it to, you know, shoot coaching videos here on my channel, and we'll tie it in. I mean, obviously, we're going to be, you know, using it on the channel here, and taking it to car shows and shooting videos there as well, and just educating you guys about it. and what it's like to have a DeLorean, own a DeLorean, what kind of reaction you're gonna get, because you got to be prepared, man. And I'm still not prepared for that, like the type of attention this car gets, right? Hands down, it gets way more attention than a Lambo, even my '65 Corvette. You know, I get a lot of people honking and whipping out their camera phones, but with a DeLorean, it's insane. It's insane, you know, mostly because of that movie, Back to the Future. So we'll see what it's like. Right, but I wanted to take you on this journey with me just because it's exciting, and you know, I've worked really hard to get to this position where I could buy a car like this. I mean, you know, especially sight unseen. I just don't do things like that, but today I am. Right, today I am, just because I don't want to risk losing it to, you know, some other like car collector who might call from some other part of the world and be like, yes, I want that car for my son and blah blah blah, you know, some rich heiress or some shit like that. You know, I'm just a hard-working pickup artist that's been waiting for a DeLorean his entire life. You know, I've literally been waiting for this car my entire life, at least since they came out, you know, in 1981. Always wanted one, and now I'm gonna have one. How awesome is that? Okay guys, here I am on my cell phone about to transfer $50,000 to my bank account so I could buy this DeLorean. Okay, about to transfer 50K in front of the Jack in the Box on Laurel Canyon to buy my DeLorean. As cash is sitting here, busy. Buying a DeLorean, guys. How do you feel about it? Gives it like, let's get it. Okay. So looks like I missed the cutoff, so it's gonna take another couple of days for it to get there. Haven't been scheduled. Yeah, it would have been nice if it came a few months later, because my hands are tied right now. I've got so much to do. I wouldn't even be able to enjoy this car, really, I mean, at least like a good few months, because I've got so much work ahead of me and so much to do with my business. But yeah, it's not like when you're a kid and you have, you know, you think you just have all the time in the world. When you have a business, man, there's a lot of responsibilities. So, okay, let's do this. Okay, transfer has been scheduled for next available processing date. Okay, let's do it. Still recording? Yeah. Okay. Confirm. Request submitted. And I would love to show you this, but I don't want to share my banking information online. Okay, transfer from. Okay, it's done. It's done. Now we just gotta wait. Okay, and then I'll take you with me when I go to the bank and have a check drawn up, and then we'll go ahead and FedEx it over to Delorean Motor Company, halfway across the country, and then we just wait for the car. Just like that. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Wow. Did not expect to buy a car today. What is today? Today is, okay, Monday. Did not expect that. All right, without giving away my banking information, got my check here for Delorean Motor Company. This is just for the car as it is. It's $40,245, but I'm going to put about $10,000 plus of reconditioning and updates into the car to make sure that it's not going to leave me on the side of the road, because obviously it's got 81 technology and fuses and tires. I mean, the tires alone are all original, so you can't really drive on that, you know, you can't drive on those tires. So as you can see there's a check that I had made up, and the date right there. So yeah, there's a bunch of updates that I need to do to get the car up to speed, because like I said, the tires are original from 1981. I can't drive on those. And the fuel lines need to be replaced because they've been sitting since 1981. If I try to drive on those fuel lines, I mean, the car could catch fire. That's why you don't want to do shit like that, right?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so just sent the check off to Delorean. Got my tracking, and now I got to message him, the guy at the dealership, to let him know what the tracking number is, and I'm going to send him a copy of the checks just so he knows it. All right, I'm serious, because you never know when you're selling cars. Like, anyone could be pulling your leg, but these guys could usually tell when you're serious. So just gonna send them the documentation just so they could get the bill of sale going and get all the paperwork started. and I could take care of the DMV stuff while they're working on the car, and do my insurance and all that other stuff, and get the storage ready. All right, leaving the post office here. Got my receipt for sending off the cashier's check over to DMC, Delorean Motor Company, and yeah, done deal, right? So now I just wait to hear back from them, and they'll start on the bill of sale and all the DMV paperwork. But so far, everything else is done. Should be all wrapped up, and yeah, I'm excited. Pretty exciting getting the DeLorean. Documenting everything here. Actually missed the 4 p.m. deadline because I was trying to overnight him the check so he'd get it tomorrow, but looks like it's not going to be there till Saturday, so they might not even start on the paperwork till Monday. I don't know. So we'll see. The certificate of title just arrived here from Delorean Motor Company for the car. As you can see, 1981 DeLorean, and got a slew of paperwork up here that I need to fill out and sign and send back. And this right here is all the work that Delorean Motor Company is doing right now on the car. I'll show you how much it is, what my estimate is, because as you guys know, I already told you earlier in this video that I purchased the car for $40,000 to $45,000, right? So $40K, right? I purchased the car for $40K just as it is, but with all the updates and everything I want done to the car, and just to get it, basically road ready again, because a lot of the parts are 40 years old, right? I mean, it still has the original tires on it for when it was brand new, and you can't roll on those tires. But let me show you the estimate here. There you go. Subtotal $14,711. Balance due total is $15,667. So basically another $15K on top of the $40K I already spent on the car. So right now we're looking at about like $55K. So it's basically a $55,000 DeLorean. When these cars were brand new, they were $25K. Right? So, but obviously that was like 1981 money. So this is 2019 money. Hopefully nothing else. Oh, I didn't even mention this. Okay, to get the car here, to put it on a truck is going to be another $1,000 to $1,500. So that's going to be another $1,500 just to ship it here from where it is right now. So it's going to be another $1,500 for that. And then I have to pay taxes on the car, right? So I have to pay taxes on $40K. DMV taxes for a $40,000 car is roughly about $4,000. So I'm going to have to pay $4,000 in taxes. And then there's an out-of-state fee that you have to pay to when you buy a car that's outside of California, which is another $500. And then there's these miscellaneous fees that California tax on as well.
You all set, sir?
That's like another $500. So in total, it's like $5,000 to register this car. Just to register the car, it's $5,000. So really, technically, it's a $60,000 DeLorean. Okay, now I am at the worst place on earth, the DMV, California Department of Motor Vehicles. Just finishing up the registration, and I just got my non-appointment slip for when you don't make appointments. You gotta wait in this long-ass line. So I've been here an hour already, and hopefully it'll only be another 2-hour wait.
My insurance lapsed when I was doing my registration, so I need to show them proof of insurance. I have an appointment, so I don't have to wait. Okay.
Now serving G262.
Okay, this car from out of state need a verification and smog.
Right. Yeah, it's not here yet, so.
Oh, not yet?
Yeah, they're putting it on a truck.
You know, we cannot, because the car comes to California, we charge you.